Hey guys, Ed over here at FICM Repair. So, I did a video yesterday talking about the benefits of warming up your 6.0 and before you drive it and the fuel economy gains you're going to get out of it, at least that I've noticed in my excursion, just in case it helps somebody now that colder weather is upon us. But then we have this comment here. This gentleman writes, my 6.0 excursion runs like absolute dog meat until I get my fluids over 100 degrees. Sir, that shouldn't be. If that's the case, you probably have a problem, and your problem probably is your FICM. I'm sorry about that. Now, it's possible that it's not your FICM, that it's just the software on your FICM, that you don't have inductive heating on your FICM. So that's something to understand. So please figure this out. Please look at this and say, hey, what do I want to do here? So hopefully you've got a monitor. Hopefully you've watched enough of my videos to know that my favorite monitor is an Edge Insight CTS3. Hopefully you already knew that, right? But any monitor that'll show you this, whether it's, use ForeScan, whatever, Torque Pro, I don't really care, Scan Gauge, your SCT, whatever. But watch your FICM main power, key on engine off during cranking right after cold starts, and let me know what your FICM main power numbers are doing. And are they lower when it's cold and then they get higher when it gets warm? That's commonly as a result of how just the silly thing works. So there is a 30 amp draw, 30 amp draw through these modules when things are chilly, and that drops to only 3 amps when things are not chilly. And so what ends up happening is the truck's now warmed up. Now it's having to push out its 47, 48 volts like it's supposed to, like a good little FICM should. And it's doing that with only a 3 amp draw, so it's way easier to signal properly. But if that's not your experience, if you're like, man, yeah, my voltage numbers are rock solid the whole time, then I got a question. And the question is, what are you running for software on your FICM? Specifically, are you running inductive heating? Now, if you are running inductive heating, then my question becomes, what oil weight are you running? Are you running like a 15W40? Because if you are, maybe rethink that. I really like Schaefer's 10W30 OTR Plus. I like that oil a lot. It's spendy, but man, it's good. But if you were to run that, the difference, and if you don't want to believe me on that, and you want to try running somebody's 540 product as a test that's less expensive, by all means do that. But see if that doesn't make a difference, because if that by itself makes a difference, that tells you that your problem is with your injectors. They're sticking. I'm sorry. This made-up word called stiction, but I guess all words are made-up words, aren't they? Just at some point. So it's just a conversation about saying, hey, what do you want to do with this? Do you want to go ahead and continue having your truck run like dog meat when it's cold, which is costing you fuel economy, by the way. You're paying for a FICM repair either by paying us or by paying at the pump, but you're still paying. And so it's just like, oh my goodness. So how about if you stop paying for that and let's look to see where the problem is. Do you need a FICM? Maybe. Do you need a FICM tune? Maybe. We can send you a tuner out in the mail and no downtime at all. You can try it all the tunes. I don't even know how many thousands, tens of thousands of FICM tunes we've sold, but it's more than a couple. I guess Bill and Angela will probably, well, we could probably figure that out at some point. At any rate, the FICM tuning is reason 10,023 to know that God loves you and wants you to be happy here, to just say that. But so your problem, if your truck runs like dog meat when it's cold, cold defined as south of 100 degrees, you've either got a hardware problem with your FICM, you've got a software problem with your FICM, or you have a problem with your injectors. But you do have a problem. That experience is not normal, and I don't want you to think that it is. All right? So I hope this helps you. Thanks so very much for the comment, guys. Keep the comments coming. That's how we keep content alive here. And life is good and getting better. And the cold weather is upon us. Keep your batteries charged, and that way you can prevent from being my customer for the FICM. Don't want that. Just keep your batteries topped off. Seriously, Sam's Club $139, Costco $129 for a group size 65 set of batteries. If you're dropping, key on engine off. If you're dropping south of 11.8, that's a poor man's load test. So if you're at 11.7, key on engine off, man, just go buy you some batteries. I know they still pass the bench test. I don't care. Is it worth a FICM? I don't think it is. So think about that. Also think about getting a properly sized alternator, and that way you just don't have this problem either, okay? But there's always a reason why. There's always a reason why. And so please, please, please understand that, know that, figure that out, and prevent yourself from having a problem, okay? So FICMRepair.com. We're all in this together, guys. I appreciate you. Take care. God bless you.